QuickBooks is the right accounting tool for contractors under 10 million. It's the wrong tool to run your business with. There are 6 numbers every contractor over $1 million should know by Monday morning. Most owners track maybe 2 of them. I'm going to walk through all 6, but I'm going to tell you which 2 most owners miss and which one is probably the biggest leak in your business right now. Most owners watch 2 things weekly: revenue and whether the bank account went up or down. That's it. Of the 6 I'm about to list, you're probably tracking 1 or 2 very well. The other 4 are usually where the money is going. I'm going to rank them, not just list them. Some matter more than others depending on where your leak actually is. Metric 1, the per job margin. You already know this one. From the last video, your QuickBooks Online P&L lies about your per job margin. If you didn't see that one, go watch it on YouTube. If you're not tracking this, start there. Most business owners over $1 million have at least a gut feeling for which jobs are winners and losers. Check out the callouts. Below 10% margin, you have a real problem. 20 to 30% is what a healthy contractor in this range looks like. Moving on. Metric 2, quote to job conversion. What percentage of the quotes you send turn into signed jobs? Most owners have a rough sense. Say something like 5 out of 10, or most of them. Here's some numbers. Below 40%, you have a pricing or position problem. Above that 80%, and you're not at capacity and you're leaving money on the table. Your prices are probably too low. 50 to 75% is in the healthy range. This one matters, but it usually is not the leak. Moving on to the next. Metric 3, lead response time. How long it takes someone in your business to respond to an inbound lead. From form submitted or phone ring to the first real conversation. A voicemail doesn't count. Almost no contractor I've ever talked to can tell me this number off the top of their head. Look at the stat on this page, 21 times. Under 5 minutes versus over 30 minutes is roughly a 21 times difference in conversion. At this rate, you might as well just not have responded. That's not my number. That's the Inside Sales and Harvard Business Review research. It's been replicated across industries for 15 years. If you don't know your average response time, that's almost certainly the highest leverage metric you aren't tracking. Cutting it from 4 hours to 30 minutes can double your close rate without spending another dollar on leads. Metric 4, unbilled approved time. Labor hours in your spreadsheet approved by the foreman, not yet on the invoice. This is the metric that most contractors are bleeding on without knowing it. Because the hours got worked, they got approved, they just never made it to the customer. Most contractors I see are floating 30 to 60 days of unbilled approved work. On a $3 million business, that's somewhere between $50,000 and $150,000 in cash sitting in the field instead of in your bank account. You probably don't know your number, most owners don't. The timesheet app and your invoice assistant don't talk to each other either. Same structural problem from the last video. If you're chronically wondering why your cash is tight when you're busy, this is usually most of the answer. The 2 highlighted here, response time and unbilled approved time, are where 80% of the leaks happen for contractors in the $1 million to $10 million range. Not per job margin, not conversion rate, not the others, these 2. If you fix nothing else this quarter, fix these 2. The other 4 matter, but they're table stakes. These 2 are where the money is. Metric 5, lead to quote conversion rate. Of the leads that come in, phone calls, form fills, walk-ins, how many actually get delivered a quote? This is the metric that exposes metric 3. If you're under 60% lead to quote, your problem is almost certainly response time. The leads are dying before you get to them. You should be above that 75%. If you're at 90%, you are not at capacity. Your marketing is the bottleneck, not your operations. Metric 6, unsigned change orders in the field. Verbal scope additions that haven't been written up and signed. Single biggest margin killer in residential. Customer asks for it on Tuesday, your crew does the work, nobody writes it up. 3 weeks later, you try to bill and the customer says, I didn't agree on that. Most contractors can't tell me how many unsigned change orders are floating in the field right now. The number is almost always higher than they think. If you want to get this number down, it's a process problem, not a tracking problem. Your crew gets trained that nothing happens without a written change order. But again, you can't fix what you can't see. All 6 in a spreadsheet weekly takes about 90 minutes of disciplined data entry. Most owners don't have 90 minutes a week of discipline for this, which is why most owners don't track them at all. We surface all 6 automatically in our operations layer next to QuickBooks Online that we built. But the tool isn't the point of this video. The point is, if you can't tell me your average lead response time and your unbilled approved time right now without checking, start there. That's where the leak is. Pre-job margin, conversion rate, change order, those all matter, but you'll get more from cutting response time in half than from anything else you do this quarter. If you do one thing after this video, pull the last month's leads and figure out your average response time. Compare it to 5 minutes. The gap is your opportunity.